Hi, my name is Brenda. Before coming to see Dr. Joddy, I was experiencing a lot of anxiety, a lot of physical discomfort around the stomach area. It was extremely bloated and often very painful. If I would bend over a certain way, it would cause a pain so excruciating in the side of my stomach that I felt like somebody just was repeatedly punching me there. And it would take me a good 5 minutes before I could calm myself back down again. I was falling a lot in weird situations, going upstairs, just coming out of the tub. I was constantly falling. Memory was completely shot. If you told me something, I wouldn't retain any of it. You'd have to keep repeating it to me. I was leaving the stove on. If you're not getting the answers from your physician about what's wrong with you, you need to come and see Dr. Joddy. He can look at you and in an hour and a half know exactly what is wrong with you, instead of you spending 15 years waiting for something, for the doctors to do something that's going to help you. My daughter, that's 3 years and they couldn't figure out what's wrong with her. My husband has had this problem with his liver for about 20 years and they never once figured it out, even though his stomach was covered in liver spots and he was yellow. They couldn't figure it out. Different things like that. He's just, I recommend it if you're feeling anything, anxiety, depression, if you have a child with autism, for goodness sakes. This is where you need to go. Your child doesn't have to live that way, and they shouldn't have to live that way. And we were aware of it to a point, but I was more looking for a cure for the hemophilia rather than what problems could have happened to Alexander from all the bleeds to the brain that he has had in his life. But Dr. Joddy, right away, just looking at him, knows that there's been problems from that issue. The treatments are all natural. It's all things to get your brain reworking again. Everything in your body, from my understanding, can be healed via the brain. So the fact that I'm having discomfort and bloating ends up because my gallbladder is not functioning. And instead of doing an operation or giving me a prescription for it, he's remapping my brain in order to fix the problem. So it's completely not invasive. It's a natural way of dealing with health, and it's holistic. I was having a lot of trouble sleeping at night. I would fall asleep relatively easily enough, but then I'd be waking up constantly throughout the night, worried that maybe I wouldn't wake up in time for work. And I was up every day around 4:30, 5 o'clock. That was basically when I would start my day. And I had, what I would call 3 sick people at home, with not including myself. My son has severe hemophilia, so if he had a bleed, then that would just completely overwhelm me. And my oldest daughter was having depression, anxiety issues that were undiagnosed, no matter how many times we took her in to see the doctors. And she basically was sleeping her life away and binge eating when we weren't aware of it. And then my husband came home and we didn't know what was wrong with him. And he had liver problems, but after seeing 8 doctors and 12 prescriptions later, they still did not know what was wrong with him. And so we came down and seen Dr. Joddy. My husband is doing amazing now. And my daughter is slowly getting better now as well. She's more focused and happier and more willing to smile. I can't remember the last time I seen her smile. And my dad this morning told me a number for the code for the pool. And he said number is 254. And I said to myself, okay, Dad, because I'm not going to remember that in like 2 minutes. And I came out to Dr. Joddy's and said to my mom, I said, was the code for the pool 254? This was 2 hours later and I still had the number in my head. There is no way I could have done that before I was in here. I'm sleeping through the night and waking up nicely at 7 o'clock in the morning. Maybe I wake up once, but it's briefly and I just turn around and go back to sleep. The anxiety is gone. I'm happy. Instead of feeling depressed and so negative, I'm finally seeing how everything is good, and it's really uplifting. I haven't fallen once since I've been here. I haven't tripped once since I've been here. I just feel like a weight's been completely lifted off of my family's shoulders, and I can't begin to describe it. It's just an amazing feeling, and I highly, highly recommend it.